Oh, hi there. Right now, I'm going to talk about the two near experiences where I was nearly robbed and mugged, or whatever you'd want to call it. The first one happened, I had to have been about 18, 19 years old. I used to be a very angry young man. And I just, I didn't like, never liked being intimidated. I still don't like being intimidated. Anyway, I'm outside this shopping mall, and this guy comes up to me. He sees I have a BMX bike, and he goes, "I have a big knife. I'm taking your bike." So I immediately thought that was a threat to my personal safety. So I know a lot of people will say, "You don't know what these people are capable of. Just let them have the bike." Um, it was actually my brother's bike, so I wasn't going to take that for an answer. Um, so I hit him um, pretty hard in the head, and he turned around all discombobulated and took a swing at me, and I he missed, and I took another swing, and I broke his nose. Now one might go, "Oh, you're a fool for making a video on this. I mean, we know your general province that you live in." Uh, But the fact of the matter is, this guy would not recognize me if he saw me. And it was over 10 years ago. That's even if he's still alive, because he was actually a junkie. And he had needles in his pockets. I didn't know that. I didn't even think about that at the time. Um, I'm sure if I looked at him again, I would have noticed that he looked like a junkie. Um, anyway, I kind of freaked out and I called the police, and the police took him away. And the thing is, he had a broken mirror in his pockets as well, from where he kicked it in from someone's, rear view mirror for their car. I think he was planning on slashing my face up. That's a distinct possibility. You never know with these people. I'm a man of 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, so I can take care of myself. But something I didn't even think about, didn't take into consideration, was that what if he was diseased? What if I don't know. Because I mean, I broke his nose, like he was covered in blood. I checked myself and I didn't have a drop of blood on me. But when I showed the police officer my fist that I had used to punch him with to defend myself, he was like, "Ugh." And probably for good reason. It only takes one screw up in a situation like that, and it could mess you up for the rest of your life. So would I do it again? Probably not. But I was young, I was wound up too tight, and I felt that my life was in being threatened. And if he'd gotten away with doing it to me, he would have done it to someone else. Like he had to learn a lesson. That you can't just go around uh, threatening people and stealing their stuff, because if you do, sometimes it's going to come back at you, and he needed to know that. And he was on probation, so I'm sure that made him look bad. um, he didn't actually get charged though, and I'm not concerned. He's not going to find out my YouTube channel. So that's again assuming if he's still alive. He could have OD'd or something by now. I certainly doubt he has access to much of a computer or anything like that. Yeah, he's not gonna find me. I'm confident of that. It's a big city, man. So there's that. That happened. The other instance is I was at the beach. It was late at night. We're not that late, but I like hanging outside, watching the water. Anyway, I was sitting at a bench, and these three guys walked past me, and they walked from left to right of me. And then about 5, 10 minutes later, I noticed them walking left to right again. So they obviously went around and yeah, got to where they were. Anyway, the lead one steps up and he goes, "Give me all your shit." And he just looked like some young punk. He wasn't they weren't drug addicts or anything like that. They were just looking for the quick buck and figured they could get something out of me. Now, I had $200 in cash in my pocket as well as a credit card. So, again, no way I was giving that up. But because there was three of them, I didn't think it was wise to start throwing punches or something like that. I suppose I could have kicked him in the balls or something, but I didn't. So I just pushed him out of the way as hard as I could. He almost fell backwards, actually. And then I started bolting. They chased me for a little bit, and I'm not the best runner. I have a mild case of asthma, so it was pretty hard. But I started making a lot of noise. That's what you got to do. You got to make noise, and you got to get out of there as quickly as possible because they don't want other people seeing them. That was their whole plan. Was I was there, I was supposed to be the only one there, and I started squawking. And maybe someone will go, "Ooh, that's cowardly," but it's not. You don't want your money taken. You don't want to be some doormat to every thief. So yeah, I started squawking. Some people were there. They didn't care. They didn't want anything to do with it. But just their presence there made them scared enough that they ran the other way. Now this I didn't report to the police because I didn't get a good facial recognition of them. I couldn't pick them out. I think one of them was wearing a yellow shirt. The heat of the moment, they would have been long gone. I didn't want to waste their time. So that time I didn't. Um, I don't know even know why they thought I had money on me in the first place or whatever. I mean, I did, but I wasn't dressed like I had a lot of money. I looked like a bum at that particular time. I was just in a t-shirt and regular pants and nothing fancy. And yeah, they just maybe they would have been happy with 20 bucks. Who knows? Anyway, so I foiled them there. Small victory. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna work on building my physical strength up and my ability to run as well, because you don't want to be caught in a position like that. Because sometimes, even when these people do get what they want, they still do something anyway. So you can't trust them. Um, yeah. Yeah, anyway, these are my two experiences in being nearly robbed. Some people would think it's foolish to make a YouTube video on it. Um, Maybe it was, but you know, I'm not a coward. I'll tell anybody anything about my life. And there's thousands of YouTube channels out there. They're never gonna find my one. And they wouldn't even recognize me even if they did. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, didn't have many ideas today for a video to talk about, but yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. Anyway, good day.